my stream. And Ready Player One's a good example of something to point to, at least. So, like, when I'm trying to explain what a tactile bodysuit is now, I don't have to be like, alright, I'm gonna sound like a Martian here, but it's like you feel pain. Now you can just be like, watch Ready Player One, and that'll do it for you. Also, I'm gonna put jazz on. And probably queue up for competitive. Now they actually put an update through. I guess I'll just start the search, not that it matters. I'm gonna solo queue for now, Sealed Jury. Because I don't know how long it's gonna even take. It really is, though, VR Chat the movie. It, like, not necessarily a bad way, which I know it can sound, but it's VR Chat the movie in that everything that happens will make you think, oh, VR Chat. Oh, so people just, like, meet up in a virtual world and talk? Okay, VR Chat. But with, like, a coin feature. I don't regret seeing it. Thanks, Helios. Moving some stuff around real quick. But HUD does look good. I don't usually use it. And I'm not a big fan of the fonts, but it's a nice HUD. Is ranked finally decent? Supposedly it is. It's having some trouble actually queuing, but if all is well, then that may have just been updated like less than an hour ago, because a minor update actually went through. Right now I'm just playing on like a community server, but hopefully it's like properly running today. At least enough to finish one match. Unfortunately, I got an abandoned penalty on one yesterday that I didn't abandon. I just wasn't able to play. So I'll have a bit of grinding to do, but the community's small enough that, like, I really don't have anything to worry about, minus, like, Banny's 6-stack that I'm sure he'll eventually do sometime in the next few hours. They ruined the Jotaro hat. If anyone doesn't know, that JoJo hat they added, they got rid of the icons on the front of it. And you know why? Because they were afraid of lawsuits. I looked at the wrong camera again. Lawsuits. Number one, if anyone is gonna be like, can't be hypocritical about lawsuits, it's fucking Araki. They're back though. They may have changed it like in the last hour then, but they removed it for a short time because of that, which I think is stupid because they have a fucking Mario hat with a sideways M. That's one slip through fine, and I feel like Nintendo's a little more harder than Araki would be. Like, I'm pretty sure Star Platinum was almost not even put into the dub because of, like, copyright trouble. I don't think Araki is one to point fingers about lawsuits. And I wouldn't expect him to anyways, so. That was a dumb knee-jerk reaction by Valve and or the creator. I don't know who made the decision, but it was unnecessary. And hopefully they changed it back. Or are planning to shortly. They have, like, literally an M. Bison hat that says, our lawyers say, yes, yes. They know, like, this is not unfamiliar territory. They knew what they were doing when they added it, too. It's not like they're like, oh, this hat looks cool. They know what they were adding. Supposedly the creator's tweaking it and bringing it back. I'm fine with them changing something to, like, be more comfortable, but it wasn't necessary at all. They didn't need to do that whatsoever. Yet here we are. And I just remembered I didn't do a tweet for my stream. How will I ever grow? I'm gonna actually, like, not just fucking barf on my keyboard for this. Gonna try competitive TF2. Feel free to say hi. And anyone who has my mobile notifications on their phone, you got a surprise coming. Sinister? Don't... I can't even... decline. No. I'm gonna try solo queue first. Also, if anyone wants to queue, friend-wise, please set your profile to private. Just, I'm a very private person, so. Just a heads up.
I never thought that I'd see in dead, but I
found you, faker!
I found a way.
I got killed by a faker.
Make Twitch rooms, please.
Twitch rooms? I don't know what a Twitch room is. This is a room. You can see my nice bed at this angle, too. But I don't know what that is. What map is this? I can't even check because of a HUD. Oh well. The world may never know. Would our profiles being private affect you? Well, I would prefer it be private so that you can't be tracked down. You know, just if for some reason someone wanted to do that, it helps. Whew. I'm trying a new hit sound. You don't know what a Twitch chat room is? I know what a chat room is. I'm looking at one. A Twitch room is a different thing. Also, I don't know how many people are on the server. I instinctively hit tab. It doesn't seem like much, but if you want to join, you can join off Sinisters. I'll likely go to casual shortly to work on my level. And then keep competitive queuing. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my funk. Actually caring about your casual level? Listen. Okay. I'm actually a much higher level than I expected myself to be. I really thought I'd be like sub 50. I guess it's a little faster than I previously thought. Either way. I don't know. Maybe the ranks will translate to casual 6s when it's added. Please, Valve. I want that. Hey, Ray. Were there pins added to the hat? I don't know. Listen, guys. The fucking JoJo reference hat is not the centerpiece of this update. You got it all wrong. Double Scout. At least they're not flying in the air anymore, alright? I can handle them on the floor. Turns out someone who plays TF2 is a high level. Yeah, but I don't really play that much post. When was it added? Jungle Inferno? Jungle Inferno. Can't wait for Funk to try coaching. This is not 2013, okay? That is a relic of the past. TF2, like, for all of the things that have held up over the years, let's not lie. There's a lot that has not held up, that got abandoned, that has been left untouched and unfixed. And hopefully, the coaching system gets revamped. I want to coach a team while they're at LAN, using the coaching system. Can we get a 6-stack of your mom, your dad, Michael McChill, Thomas, and Connor? Why Michael McChill? I have 2 brothers. Is Michael McChill closer to a brother than my actual siblings? Because that's what it seems like you're saying. Alright, I'll get him in. Coaching's completely disabled now. Is it really? That's... Any available. Well, it's working for me. Someone's about to teach me how to play TF2. We'll see how that goes. Maybe he can help me in my 6s, man. I wonder if it works in 6s. That would make sense. Alright. It's okay, because the class is fine. That scout looks like a fucking nerd. I have a coach. I don't see him joining. But I have one. Also, I don't expect to get into a competitive game. At least not in the next hour. So, expect this for a little while. I was tabbed out. I think you can't ask for coaches in casual. Weird. But, whatever.
I fall in love too easily.
I want an official DM mode. Bring back Arena or bring back Death Match. Bring me Liberty or bring me Death Match, because whenever I'm trying to play comp, I just want a DM. Arena was great, but I guess, like, it's what I've noticed at Valve is there seems to be this syndrome where if the person who worked on something isn't in the office, they just don't work on it. So the guys that primarily did MVM, if they're not in the office, guess what? MVM's not getting updated. The guy that made Powerhouse, not in the office, guess what? Powerhouse isn't getting finished. So it makes sense we're not getting another Arena unless, like, some of the OG workers come back like, hey, who knew that this deathmatch oriented game actually parallels pretty well, or combos pretty well with deathmatch oriented modes? Powerhouse isn't finished? No, what I mean is Powerhouse started in 2007, but it went unfinished for 10 years because the guy just got bored and didn't finish it. But then he got bored again and came back and finished it. And that's how you get it. Please, it looks like you just can't go backwards on that. MEM should get updated. All we're getting is badges, though, because who knows? It's apparently easier. I mean, I'm not apparently. It obviously is easier to just add a badge and then tell people to go play on a custom server than it is to add a custom tour, which is weird. It's free money, but that kind of harks back to the whole don't split up the community thing, and that kind of makes it okay for me. It's okay to not have more MVM if Sixes is getting attention, because if you add more MVM, that's less people interested in Sixes. Didn't they say they were going to make a TF2 movie? Didn't that get abandoned? That's not happening. Why would you even think that would ever happen? That would require work. I'm sure it was discussed, just like the TV show was, but like all interesting things, they get scrapped. Like that one streamer who scrapped 2 Unusuals. I think it was Chicken. Look at my chicken. He, like, scrapped 2 Unusuals to remake a hat, and all he got was nothing. But at least he did it for science, right? So why did I just hear a scout say fire 12 times in a row? Are you still part of a comp team? No, not so much anymore. I'm not on any comp team, any game. Kinda just been doing my own thing. Comp is like, I can only do it if I put a very hard focus into it, so it's hard to, like, stream and do comp, because then it just ends up every stream is, by the way, I'm scrimming today, hope you enjoy me being dead silent. So not right now. I can tell you one thing, if well, I can't tell you for certain. If Valve ever held a tournament, then I would be interested, but can't speak for the future. I don't know where I'll be in 3 months. Hi, FUNKe. Hey, I was only an hour late, and you're like 5 minutes late to saying hi. So, who's the real flunk? Val says they want to make games again. Do you believe them? I believe them. I just don't think it's going to be the games we're expecting. I don't think we're going to get a Left 4 Dead 3. I think we're going to get some new VR IP. And like another Portal VR or something. I would like whatever they do, they like support VR and non-VR though. What was that first thing they did for Vive? Like the lab, I guess? I wouldn't really count that. Either way, I believe them. It's just like, I don't think it's gonna happen soon, you know? What happened to that? I'm gonna look this up. There was some space game that Valve supposedly leaked assets came from. Valve Space. Nope, this is not what I was looking for. Valve Space game. Rumor, Valve making SOB open world space game. This is what it was. There was some image of a lady model that I want to find, though. Either way, like, Valve's definitely doing stuff. It's just like a matter of what actually gets off of the drawing board, you know? Yeah, I can't find the images I was looking for. I'm gonna go try casual. Have fun on his on Sinister's server. You're welcome to join it. I'm gonna queue up for casual. I like the new camera angle. Thanks. It really accentuates my crooked nose. Is this how you plan on practicing for Splatoon 2 E3 qualifiers? That's fair. I should be practicing. But I'm not. Dude, this is like alien-y, spacey music. Valve was already a huge company, so they don't need to make more games for profit. Yeah, but you gotta remember, like, while Valve is a company and needs to make profit, they got Steam, they're rich. Yes, they don't have to make games for profit, but they're full of, like, super enthusiastic game developers, people that grew up playing games. I guarantee you a large amount of people working at Valve are people stoked on making games. It's not like I think they all are happy just making, like, you know, Artifact or making or working on VR, although I'm sure a lot of them are interested in developing VR. They're game developers. They're dudes that like playing games. And while we've gotten like a decade-long wait of nothing happening, it's gotta lead to something, right? Thanks, 3. You changed your name. You look like Tyke now, with like 1,000 E's. But it works. Called you 3 anyways. Here's what I think. I think that Valve has been like working the past decade, and they've said this, to make hardware for their games. They want to make cool controllers for their releases. They want to make the Steam box. And I hope now that we seem to be past the gap of them learning how to make hardware, we can see the hardware made and released. And it kind of already is with like the Vive, but hopefully we see the games roll out. Where are the video games? Where are the video games at? Like, I have a perfect clip for how I feel about Valve. This is like how everyone feels about Valve right now. Thanks.
Where the video games? Where my video? I can't breathe.
And maybe soon will be the video games. Hi, Mr. No Name. We should be defending A right now, but okay. Does FUNKe not have a money donate? I do. It's just bits. Or you can like send me a compliment on Twitter. I mean, I'll take anything as a donation, really. Oh, that's a lot of blues. I think I'm gonna flank. It's okay. We're in a more balanced version of casual, so I gotta keep my guard up. Got a bit of challenge to this one. They're still capping? Wow, that is a long cap. Is that the guy that was on Sinister server, or no? That's a different shirt. Okay. I like update. I love update. Now it just needs to work. Then I'll really love the update. Right now I'm like cool with the update. I mean, I can't say I'm getting too optimistic about it. If we're being realistic, everything that was added was necessary, and it seems to have been handled with caution for to put it like as safely as I can. I think they thought through what they did, but we still have to see how casual queuing works, and I still want to see Valve incentivize new players to play it. While yeah, competitive right now seems to be functioning, minus the fact that I've been queuing for an hour. Once that's fixed, it should be working. What I'm curious about is, how is Valve gonna make new players go, okay, 6v6 TF2, I don't know what that is. I'll try it. It seems like having no class limits, which a lot of people are worried about. I feel like part of the reason they left that is so new players aren't like, oh, I have to play these? No, I'm not gonna do that. If people are like, alright, I can play, you know, all pyro, they can. But there's still no reason for them to click that queue, you know? Unless they're just an inherently competitive person. But it's TF2, you know? There's sort of a stigma with TF2. Nobody downloads TF2. Nobody that downloads TF2 is a competitive person, alright? Let's be a little blunt. Most people downloading this game are because it's a legacy game. They saw it 10 years ago with the hat memes, and they wanted to play it. I think, and I asked Banny about this on his stream yesterday. He said, what did he say? He said that he would like to maybe have like an in-game hat that like, he didn't say this, but this is me expanding on the idea. Like, you know the map stamp hat where, you know, if you buy more stamps, it adds more unusual effects? Maybe they add a hat for competitive, and the higher your rank, the more unusual effects it has. Or maybe you get an Australian gibbous or something. They could go the route, like, that would kind of be the Overwatch route, where you have a weapon or an item incentive. I think, I mean, that's not a bad idea. I'm not the guy with the answer. I'm not sure what would work. It would probably require some testing, honestly. 1. Install Steam. 2. Look for free games because you're a child. 3. Don't pick Warframe for some reason. 4. TF2. Isn't TF2 must still be high on the free-to-play game list. It has to be, like, top 2. If not, like, top 2 shooters. Either way, like, something has to be done to incentivize new players to go, hey, listen, it's cartoony. I know it's cartoony, but hear me out. This game is actually, like, a mechanical powerhouse. It's got a lot going on. And the only real way to do that without Valve's help is by telling them, like, through the community. But with Valve's help, maybe, you know, hey, play our matchmaking, you get a free hat or something. But who knows? It's all up for debate, you know. We're kind of in a new chapter of the game's life almost. While I think the competitive community has a good idea of what to expect, like, because they've tested it and kind of figured out what works. You know, you never know what Valve's gonna pull. And that's kind of what it's all about. Big raid. You're not a scout. Faker. Also, thanks, Benny. Now my title doesn't make any sense because he's not streaming. You have a config, my PC's bad. I got Matt Pong 0. You're not... Okay. But that's about it. I don't really use anything else. I think I still have ambient occlusion on in my NVIDIA, which looks kind of cool but weird. But honestly, it's just full settings. 1 key every 50 comp wins. Oh yeah. I'll put that in the list of how to fuck the economy in 3 short steps. If they were ever, like... Honestly, how fucking funny would it be if, like, keys and hats were really what saved competitive TF2? It would just be fitting for TF2, like, guys, we have this amazing game, but, like, we can't get people to play it. Alright, here's a free, like, key. Here's a free unusual. Becomes the #1 esport in, like, the US. I wouldn't even complain. It could fuck the economy 3 ways to Sunday. If people are playing it, I wouldn't even complain. But I'm also biased because I don't care that much about hats these days. The economy is what has kept TF2 active, so know that I'm joking. I want the economy to work. It's a pretty integral part of the game's existence this day and age. Feels bad for this blue team. They've been trying to cap for like 4 hours, but they're just sitting on that thing. This guy, I'm sure he's gonna try his best. Not gonna do it. What's your opinion on Operation Titanium Tank? Honestly, I haven't played it. But any attempt to repopularize MVM is fine by me. It seems like a lot of work was put into it, and a lot of effort is put into maintaining the servers, so happy for him. Resident Sleeper TF2 economy. Hey, come on, man. Got some big. There's some pretty expensive hats, so you can't Resident Sleeper it quite yet. Satittle Streamer to the left is Oh, hold on. Closest uncle in the vicinity of the stream, quadruple gay. The frozen yogurt technological crate. You know, when I was trying to look for a Toons Zelda amiibo the other day, nice crossbow by the way, I ended up going by a frozen yogurt stand, and I mixed together some strawberry, some banana. Those went good together, and I put like some chocolate chunks in there. I shouldn't have put the chocolate chunks in my fruit-oriented frozen yogurt, because I don't know, it felt like I was eating an apple that fell in the dirt under the tree. Just weird. My teeth were screaming, literally. They don't do that often, but they grew little mouths and yelled at me for eating that much amount of like sugar in a single time. Thoughts on corrugated steel? I feel like there are ways to get it without affecting the environment as much, and they really need to make efforts to create just alternative resources for it. I don't fucking know. How old are you? 37. My uncle emotes are gone because of this bitch don't stream. My game! I'm getting a competitive! I think I'm getting a competitive because it's crashing. That's me being optimistic because my game froze, and it crashed last time I tried to get in competitive. Really, I think my game just crashed. Yes, it is. Okay. Sorry that I keep looking at the non-existent computer, or camera, but I'm in one. Savor it, boys, because this is the only one I'm getting in for the day. All right. I gotta choose wisely here. I can go with the standard. I can break the mold here. I can get a little classical. I don't know. They got any big names on their team? I don't want to go against like the Froyo stack. Could Pyro, but he actually takes effort now. At least marginally more. I'm best at Scout. I guess I'll just do that. Best, he says, not having played in a season for at least half a year or more. Thoughts on FUNKe videos? I really would. I'll be honest. I'm glad that like I made videos early on, but if YouTube stopped recommending all my videos pre 1 year ago, I wouldn't complain. Yes, I'd get a nosedive in money, but I think my reputation would just go up a little bit if it was more of the new stuff. So I guess I'd say mixed. I don't know, I'm pretty mixed on this FUNKe guy. Muselk, though. Those antlers. 3 thumbs up. Now I just gotta hope that Didalto doesn't abandon the match, and we'll be good. Also, should join voice. That's not the command. Just remembered, like, talking is apparently useful in this game. In most competitive games. Music request. You can request it, but it's not going to be received. It'll be requested and then denied. But yeah, you can request all you want. This is just like a jazz playlist, so... Not right now. Guys, I'm gonna pistol only to mid.
Funks. I think they said Funks on the other team or something.
No, I can't talk.
What?
Well, I can, but there will be a wave of awkward silence. Hell yeah, sour bliss for Jazz. I don't know what Jazz was for the first half of my life. Half. What's gonna happen to me at 42? Anyways, I don't know why I miss Jazz, but now that I have it, I'm inseparable from these playlists, I guess. Not all of them are like bangers by any means, but you know, every now and then you get that like head bobbing song that sticks with you. Check out David Gilmore D. I will. So it's on the list of things people on stream have told me to listen to, so I gotta go